makes a huge difference whether I pick a soil that's only 6 inches deep or one that's really, really deep. So right now I'm not collecting a lot of that just because it's too expensive. If we can get it affordable, I might start doing it, but I'll let you.
Do you do loss recognition?
What was that?
Do you do loss recognition for organic matter?
Yeah. Yeah, I usually send it off to soil test, to your soil test, and that's what they do. All right, so just ask that first question.
Estimate the amount of bare ground within the frame.
All right, so I usually when I go along the transect, I will, as I stretch that tape out, I've already kind of got an idea of where I'm going to lay this frame down. Sometimes people, some of the agency university people, I'm going to say who are highly scientific, will say, Roland, you're way too, I'm going to call it purposeful. As I look at it going, okay, as I walk across here, I'm going to go, what do I think I was going to change along this site? I'll look at plant community dynamics. We can see here we've got a lot of gopher activity here, so we've got some bare ground. So I am going to say, okay, is this recent stirrup of the gopher activity going to change this plant community and change the soil surface? So in this case, the first thing I picked was 38 feet. So we already got that recorded. So I will go down here. The reason I use this 4-quadrant frame, this is 25, 25, 25, 25. You can see this across this quadrant right here, there is no bare ground. So this 12% is covered. From this corner to this corner, that's 6.5. Or I can go from this corner to like that, this is all covered. So now you can see, yes, I have some bare ground in here. It's not 100% of that 6. There's some pieces of grass in there. So I'm going to say there's probably 4% bare ground. So I'll just add up 4. I got another 4 right here, so there's 8. Another 3 right there is 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16%. So he'll put down 16% bare ground. So I can use this. I used to use a big frame, but it made it so impossible. I had it divided into thirds, and I finally said, why don't we just go quarters? And then I put tape across there. I mean, I can whip this thing out real quickly. You can train. You do this. Two with me, and you'll get really good as well. So I'm going to try to keep it simple, something, and I will take a picture of it. As every time I lay this frame down, I stand up here, put my clipboard right there. So I will take a picture down the line, and then everywhere I lay this frame, I'll take a picture. And they'll become part of my history. So as I come back here 2 or 3 years from now, and this was bare ground right now, we will see in 3 years what happened with this bare ground. Did it stay, or did it get covered? And you will see the bare ground will shift on you, it will move around. Very good. Next question.
Percent soil surface capped.
Capping says, is there a crust on here? And because of this gopher activity, fairly recent, but it's pretty friable. As somebody says, the percolation, I'll even check my finger in here, and I can push my fingers into the ground without breaking it. The soil is very friable, so put down 0. There is, if I had a real hard crust on it, they kind of drum on it, that would shed water, then I will call it immature capping. If I've got a lot of club moss on it, I'll call it club moss. If I got lichen, moss covering, I'll call it mature capping. So those are the things I look for. Right now, it's immature. I'll call it 0, which you have no capping. So just put 0. What's the next question?
The type of capping, but is that what you just said?
Yep.
All right. Then determine how fast the plant material is breaking down.
Okay, just go through. So he'll ask, he's asking, is the plant material, first one is in the contact with soil, right?
Yeah, the litter in contact with soil surface.
And so I will look in, I'll go right here to the corner here a little bit. Same with this right here. This is in contact, I can push my finger through. But right here, and I'll just put Q1, which stands for, just put Q1. In that bigger box right above it, put bridging. You're fine. 1 inch bridging, which means there's this litter is 1 inch off the soil surface right here. The rest of this is pretty good. So 3/4, 2/3 of the frame, 3/4 of the frame are really good. We got a little bit of problem right here.